Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. I'm back here in Forks, Washington. It's about 9 o'clock at night. It's a beautiful summer night. I love this time of year when we have all this daylight. And of course in the wintertime we have lots of darkness, but this time of year, it's 9 o'clock at night and it's just beautiful out. It's only about 60 degrees, so it's not the warmest, but my goodness, there is light. And I'm particularly excited tonight. I just came from Biggest Loser program over at Health First Fitness here in Forks, and there's this group of women that I meet with every month and that are in their journey of letting go of excess weight, and generally there's about 40 women that participate, and because of summer and school's out and people on vacations and family events and those types of things, we had 8 of us tonight. And so we got to just have a really nice, small, intimate group of people, and we talked about what was going on in their life, and we talked about suffering, and had them do an exercise where they tried to not think about their suffering, and of course they thought a lot about it, and we had them track how many times they've, over about a 5-minute period when they tried not to think about their suffering, that they thought about their suffering. And we talked a lot about how when we resist something, when we try to not to feel our anger, our hurt, our fear, our sadness, that we put all this energy into resisting, and we're just totally focused on it and the resistance, and we waste lots of energy. It's like giving yourself suggestions of I don't crave chocolate, and of course you're focused on the chocolate. It's that whole don't think of a blue cow syndrome. You think of it, and so when you try not to feel an emotion or try not to think hurtful or negative thoughts, of course you feel that negative emotion, or you're thinking those thoughts that drive you crazy, that create suffering. And so often we use food as a way of trying to numb out, to not feel, to deal with stress and what's going on in life. When the reality is, what we really need to do is just be mindful, to acknowledge where we're at, to acknowledge that right now I feel fear, or right now in this moment I hurt, or I'm angry, or I'm sad, or right now I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm just thinking there's so many things going on that I can't possibly get them all done. And you know what, folks, when you give yourself that moment of being mindful, of acknowledging what is, and you get back present conscious in your body, aware of your feet on the ground, your butt in the chair if you're seated, you get aware of breath. No matter what's going on around you, in that moment, you are okay. And from that place of okayness, of acknowledging, yes, I feel fear, it's like letting the air out of the balloon, and the fear goes away. It's just like, I can do this. I can step through my fear and move on with life. And that's a lot of what we do with hypnosis, is we give ourselves suggestions, we allow ourselves to be mindful, to be present, to be conscious in this moment, and to know that we're okay. And we stop thinking about all the fear and the worry and the stress and everything we can't get done and everything we got to do and all those things. And from that place of just being mindful, that place of being presence, we step into accepting that yes, even in fear, I can move forward. I can get this done. Yeah, I may have 100 things I need to get done today, but right now, in this moment, I can handle this one thing, and I'll get it done and move on to the second one. That's what hypnosis really is all about, is learning to be present, to be conscious in your body. And if you look at all the tools here at Hypnosis Health Info, up there in the orange menu bar under Self-Hypnosis is all about what self-hypnosis is and isn't. The light switch self-hypnosis technique is the first drop-down tab, teaches you how to do self-hypnosis. Written suggestions, the next drop-down tab, teaches you how to give yourself written suggestions. Third one are power minutes, which are 1 to 4 minute MP3 downloads. And the last one is hypnotic suggestions. And there's roughly 1,500 suggestions. You're welcome to use them word for word, but they're there to give you ideas on how to word your own suggestions, and ultimately to help you to be mindful, to be present, to acknowledge that, yes, this is what I'm feeling, this is my experience in the moment, to let go of it and move forward. You don't have to fight it, you don't have to resist it, you don't have to try to numb it out with food or drugs or sex or alcohol or shopping or gambling or anything else, but just be with it, acknowledge what is, and move forward with life. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.